Hello, my name's Simon Prince. I'm a third-year child and youth worker student. Today I'm going to show you how to make banana oatmeal cookies. So before we begin, I need you to pause the video, go wash your hands. This is very important because we don't want whatever's on your hands getting into the food and then you eat it. So pause the video, wash your hands, and then you're ready to start again. So before we get into the baking, I'm going to show you a quick slideshow that tells you all the ingredients, what you'll need, and just a couple other things in case you've never really done any baking before. So this is the slideshow for the banana oatmeal cookies. The ingredients that we'll be using today are 3 ripe bananas, 1/3 cup of coconut oil, 2 cups of rolled oats, half a cup of mini chocolate chips or dried fruit, but in this video I'll be using chocolate chips, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So the other things that you'll need are a bowl, a wooden spoon, a half cup, a 1/3 cup, 1 cup measuring cup or a measuring glass, 1 teaspoon measuring spoon, a regular spoon, a cookie tray, a fork or a potato masher, and a cookie sheet. But wait, you might be asking yourself, what are these funny signs and what does a cup and a teaspoon mean? Well, a cup and a teaspoon are both ways of measuring ingredients. We use measuring cups and measuring glasses in baking to measure large amounts of ingredients. Picture on the right is a measuring cup and the picture on the left is a measuring glass. A teaspoon is also a way of measuring ingredients, but often for smaller amounts. Picture in the middle is a teaspoon. And what are these funny symbols? The funny symbols that look like these are called fractions. They help us tell us how much of each ingredient we need. For example, if a recipe calls for half a cup, then we know that we need to find a measuring cup that says half a cup. So to begin, you want to grab our bananas, unpeel them, put them in a bowl. Now, after that, you want to be able to smush them down. So the easiest way to do that is with a fork or with a potato smusher. I'm going to be using a potato smusher. So after your bananas are smushed like this, next thing you want to do is add your coconut oil. So if you remember in the slideshow, I was talking about how we need to find the 1/3 cup to put in our coconut oil. So see how this one says 1/3 cup? That's how we know how to use this measuring cup. Next thing we want to do is add our oatmeal. So when I added the oatmeal this time, I couldn't find my 1 cup measuring cup. But what we can do instead is use a half cup measuring cup. So 2 half cup measuring cups make a full cup. Get it? Because you're putting 2 halves together. If this is a little bit confusing, you can ask your parents. Maybe they can explain it a little bit better. Next, you want to add your chocolate chips into the bowl. And lastly, we want to add our vanilla extract to the mix. Now that we have all our ingredients in the bowl, you want to grab your wooden spoon and mix it all together. Now that our dough is mixed together, you can take a spoon and put it on a cookie tray. But before we do that, while I was mixing this, I found that the coconut oil was clumping. So if you guys are doing this at home, you might want to melt your coconut oil first. So the easiest way to do that is go get your parents, because you'll need to use the stove. Put the coconut oil in a pot or a bowl. And if you put it in a pot, you can turn on the stove and wait till it's melted. Or if you put it in a bowl, you can put it in your microwave and melt it that way. No matter which way you choose, you should get your parents for this, as both ways could be dangerous. Alright guys, so you want your cookie sheet to look something like this. Now, before you stick it in the oven, get your parents and have them preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Then, once the oven's preheated, you can ask your parent to stick them in the oven, leave them in there for 15-20 minutes. Alright, so now that your cookies are done, you want to get some oven mitts. Take them out of the oven. Make sure your parents are with you, and you probably want to get them to take them out of the oven, as it could be hot and dangerous. Now, what you'll need to do is take a fork or something else to get your cookies off of the cookie tray and put them onto a plate or into a storage container or a cookie cooling sheet. After they're done cooling, you're ready to enjoy them.